chosen ones, empaths, and all the real ones, embrace you've made the right decision. Going silent, this is the right decision for you. Even if the narcissist was the one who initiated silence first, or went in their own direction, or ghosted you, or abandoned you, and you've come to the terms now where you've gone silent, understand this leaves them clueless. Alright? They're not used to it. They're not used to you pulling away because you endlessly gave to these people, to this narcissist or narcissist. You endlessly gave to them, and by you pulling away, they cannot fathom it. They don't understand why you're not pursuing. Alright? They're very in need of your pursuit. That's what you have to understand. And you need to embrace that a lot of these ghostings, discards, and abandonments, and it's an agenda. Okay? It really is. And even if you cut the narcissist off, a lot of they were trying tactics to gain control over you, and it's necessary that you've gone silent now. Please like, share, and subscribe. I just want to encourage you to stick to the path. Don't be discouraged. I know it can be difficult. I know that you get 1,000,001 things that you think you need to say. Alright? You think you need to say this. You think you need to say that. And it's unnecessary. Alright? You don't need to say anything at all to them. You don't need to give them no explanation. You see these types of creatures, right? And this is going off the topic of narcissism, but even people in general. When you explain yourself to people, alright, they take it as a weakness, okay? When really, like, you're doing it with the purest intentions, like you're trying to explain your point of view, or they take it as weakness, right? So remember, knowledge is power, and sometimes it's best to play dumb with these narcissists. You see, if you're still involved in a narcissist, play a fool to catch wise. If you're still stuck in these dynamics, like if you just start playing a fool, that confuses them as well. That's a form of silence, even though you're still engaging. Because I know many of you are still engaging with the narcissist that maybe have children, or it's a family member or something like that. You have to still engage with them. So you can grey rock and like play dumb. You see, like when they bring up something that's trying to bait you out, you just play dumb, right? So please embrace. This has left them clueless. They're very unsure of themselves when you don't chase, or when you give up chasing. They expected you to persist and persist and persist and persist. And this is why those of you that have already made the decision to go no contact, it's a way of life now. This is your life now. Okay? They're not important. I come across many people that think that the narcissist is the be all end all, and it's like, no, change your mindset. If you really think that you can't do better than a narcissist, then obviously you've got some healing still to do, right? It's not your fault if you think that. I can understand being in that place. Narcissists will often say to you before a discard, leading up to a discard, they will often say to you, oh, you'll never get this again. You'll never get someone like me. They try to plant these seeds of doubt. You remember that they've coerced you. I made a video recently about grooming. Okay, it's not always sexual grooming, right? It's like manipulation and stuff. They coerce you to be a certain way. Okay, and they plant these seeds of doubt in your mind that you can't find better, that you can't do better. And I just want to encourage you that you are leaving them clueless. You are leaving them really unsure of themselves. All right, like you see, embrace. Like let's dig deeper. You know how it feels to desire validation from a narcissist when you're in no contact, or if a narcissist ghosted you or abandoned you. You want some form of validation. Okay, this is the same for them. You're doing it from a healthy perspective, right? You're doing it for like wanting closure and things like that. A narcissist is the same way. If you maintain the silence, they're thinking, why aren't you validating them? Why aren't you trying to find out where they are? Why aren't you contacting their friends? Why aren't you contacting their family? Why aren't you doing anything? Why have you just backed away? And even if you've made these choices initially and then you've backed away, I'm telling you, it hurts them. It just prolongs their realization of what life is like without you. All right. So often people struggle with the awakening, realizing that a lot of people you've encountered in your life, not only the narcissist, you've encountered many toxic individuals, and perhaps through your whole history of your life, from when you were even in school, maybe with teachers or other pupils, you have been facing narcissists. Okay, many of you were born in dysfunctional family units, and you've been facing narcissists your whole life. And it gets to that point where you realize that a lot of these people you encounter are just out for opportunity, right? So you do recluse, you do go to turn into a bit of a recluse, you back away. And this is the best advice I can give to, so you can focus on healing. You see, like, isolate, do these types of things. You have to maintain this no contact. I'm telling you, it's going to lead. I know many of you say, hey Zion, like, this hasn't happened yet. The narcissist hasn't reached out. It's been 2 years. It's been like this. Like, don't wait on it. Please don't wait on it. I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel sick by the time the narcissist does conjure up the courage to try and bridge the gap, or to try and make some form of contact with you. You're going to think it's pathetic. You're going to think it's weird. You're going to be alarmed that they're still thinking about you, because you will be distant from them in your minds. Okay? You'll be distant from them in your minds. And please embrace, no one's healing journey is the same. Just like your experience with the narcissist isn't the same. So you've got to go on your own healing journey and maintain the silence. If you're finding it difficult to be silent towards them, what is it you really want to say? Ask yourself that. Like, what is it really going to achieve? Saying something out of anger, it's all going to fuel them. Giving them anything will fuel them. And I know it's so tempting to say something, but honestly, it's just not necessary. Don't give them the words, okay? Don't give them the words to say, like, this is just pointless. So the longer that you stay in this no contact and use it as a lifestyle, is the more and more concerned they get. And as days pass and months pass and years pass even, they become to realize that you've actually let go. Okay? And when you're going to go on and elevate and rise, okay? You're going to go on and develop and do and better things. I can't say exactly what's going to happen in your life, but I know your life's going to take a turn for the best. This is often when they come back out of the woodwork. It's not just social media. They find out through other ways, right? But they're very competitive, and you being silent and channeling your energy into you developing and ascending is something that is going to really frustrate them. You going on and becoming the best version of yourself. And I'm not just talking about monetary gains or status in society or fashionable things or anything like that. I mean, in the essence of who you are and the core of who you are, you're developing, you're becoming that new version 2.0. You know, this it's like an unspoken language. It will just radiate off you. People will just pick up on that vibe that you're on a different level, you know. And it stemmed from this no contact. You gain a lot of power and momentum from maintaining this no contact. You gain a lot of strength for the future as well. When you start seeing other people start behaving funny, or you know, you'll cut people off in a second, and you're never going to be that person that chases anyone ever again, or desperately pleads or begs or anything like that again. You're never going to be that person. All right, you're not going to be that person again. Okay, and I'm not talking about when you're under the impression that the person is decent. When you're under the impression that the person is decent, you'll do things. You'll try your best to fix situations and stuff. But once you awaken to anyone that is toxic or a narcissist, you're done. You're washing your hands with them, and something that it reveals, right? There's a veil lifts that shows you these creatures, right? Some very close to you in your own family, okay? And when that veil lifts, you realize you need to disconnect, and you go silent, you go your own way, and it's the most powerful, best move you can make. So stick to it. Don't lose this. Don't be discouraged. You're on the right path. So anyway, thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. You can also request custom videos. All video requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. All links you need in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.